Hi, this is Dave Dirks, co-author of the book, The New Marketing Analytics. I want to talk to you in this segment a little bit about building a data analytics culture. And we found in our research for the book and in our own experience that it was so important to make sure that any analytics efforts in an organization basically had two ground rules. The first being that the data analytics function needed to be an integrated function across the entire organization. That it isn't effective to just have the sales team or the marketing team be the only ones to have an advantage internally with data analytics and big data. The value to the organization is, and data as a value to the organization is such that the whole is greater and worth more than just a little subset of the data, which means that operations should be sharing in the data, customer service should be sharing in the data, finance should be sharing data, sales should be sharing data, marketing should be sharing data, etc., on down the line. And building a culture of analytics is something that starts from the top. So somebody from the very top of the organization, the C-suite, whether it's the CFO, the CMO, the CEO, or a combination of all of the C-suite, really needs to be the ones that drive the importance of data analytics and big data throughout the organization. A ground up process where a small department or the marketing team kind of tries to do its own little data analytics, marketing analytics, big data analytics process generally is not very successful. Primarily because unless the organization is already integrated and its data is integrated, it's very difficult to do. Data often is siloed, meaning that various areas of the organization own the data, and they're very often reluctant to give it up or to let anybody from another area of the organization go in and look at their data or take their data or use their data because it's their data. So developing a marketing analytics culture is important, and again, that needs to start at the top. And there's no other way around it. It's very, very difficult to pull off a skunk works and then hope that the organization, data analytics and big data catches fire. And oftentimes we advise CMOs that, maybe if nobody in the organization really understands the value of the data that the organization or the enterprise has as a whole, maybe the CMO takes the leadership role in helping to educate the rest of the C-suite and then the rest of the departments therein on how valuable it is to share that data, how valuable the data is even for their own missions and their own responsibilities beyond just marketing. And sometimes that's what it takes. It takes someone in the organization to step up to be able to kind of educate and pull the rest of the organization along until finally, data analytics gains sort of a focus. But it takes time, and it's nothing that happens overnight. So in chapter 2 of our book, we spend quite a bit of time talking about the strategies and tactics necessary to build a culture of data analytics and big data, because if not, you're really not going to have a cohesive strategy. It's sort of going to be sort of this bumpy, jumbly roller coaster ride in data analytics. Somewhat successful and then somewhat not so. So that's my message today, is that if you want to build a really competitive, innovative, leading edge kind of marketing analytics, data analytics function, it needs to be led from the top, and there needs to be an enterprise-wide appreciation for what data analytics can do for the entire organization. That includes lots of training, lots of education, a bit of politics in there as well to make it all happen.